All right, little maintenance wrap-up video. Came here earlier today to do some maintenance on this boiler. This magnet filter, Zilmet Mag Pro. This was installed probably 5-6 years ago. We never cleaned it, ever. All right, I would flush, open up this valve every once in a while, let some water out, but never actually took it apart and cleaned it out. So today, Kevin and I cleaned it up, undid all these bolts, cleaned it up. Had about 3/8 to about a 1/2 inch of metal shavings on the magnet cylinder that was on here. Washed it off with the hose, put it back in. Gasket seemed fine. We got isolation valves here on pretty much everything. This is a water treatment filter, or a filter, particle filter. Neptune filter feeder, where we have a water treatment company that treats this boiler, because we have new piping where we can, but on a lot of places we used old radiators and old piping that we couldn't access to change out. This gauge on the triangle tube, she's done for, and we're good. We got a good status here, but every once in a while this boiler will go off on high limit, shut off, and I never knew what the pressure was in the boiler. Obviously the temperature is still working, but the pressure wasn't. So I installed here, had this high vent here that we had. I basically tapped off of this here. This was just threaded onto this T here, reducing T. 1/2 inch brass, 1/2 inch T. That's a 1/2 inch high vent, or whatever it's called. 1/2 inch nipple, 1/2 inch elbow, bushing to a external pressure gauge. So that way we know what goes on. I suspect that somewhere in this dungeon of pipes, we might have a slow leak on some of the old piping. And I don't know if we're going off on high limit because we're dropping off on pressure, and my automatic feeder could be stuck, right? I mean, I could open up and manually feed water into it, right? But I'm trying to get an idea of when this thing goes off on high limit, what's the actual pressure in the boiler, right? Just to see if it's reducing pressure, dumping water somewhere, and maybe my my auto feeder is not working. This is Garfield. Garfield's got notoriously really hard water. That's why we have the water treatment, and we've got the magnet filter there because of the old piping, old radiators. So that's about it. Try to do a little bit of maintenance on this. Otherwise, for a while, the old one, because this one is the second triangle tube we had, and on past videos, I guess we would badmouth triangle tube realistically, and maybe it's not really their fault. So we didn't have water filter system and treatment, and we definitely didn't have the magnet prior to the second boiler being installed. The first one, I don't know, it would eat igniters. So we've got some spare parts here, you know, igniter, low water cutoff, and flue sensor. So I keep those on hand just in case. It's better to buy the parts and not need it versus needing it and not having it. So that's that. Otherwise, honestly, I think this thing went off on high limit maybe once this year, maybe twice, which is, I guess, not that bad. So we'll take that as a win. All right, come back to you Next time, we'll probably do like maintenance on this here every year or so, where we clean out that magnet filter. That's probably a good thing to do, and just get an idea of whether or not the pipes are continuing to deteriorate and we're catching it here. So we shall see. We shall see. That's that. Catch you on the next one.